Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. Nobody understands why the Lakers are keeping Bronny James on the roster. It's not that he's a bad player, but at the moment Bronny can't contribute much to the Lakers' weak rotation. And the player occupies a roster spot that could be filled by another player who plays with more intensity and helps the Lakers off the bench. Trading Bronny James along with other players who are weak off the bench is the Lakers' only alternative if they want to go far this season. The Lakers can't keep Bronny on the roster just because he's the son of the phenomenon LeBron James. Bronny needs his independence and to go play for another team where he'll get more minutes and consequently improve his game. Lakers' Bronny James situation is worse than fans expected. Bronny is struggling in the G League. The Los Angeles Lakers desperately need Bronny James to show growth in his second NBA season, but the 21-year-old is struggling to produce in the G League. Through 4 games in the tip-off tournament, Bronny is averaging 10.5 points, 4.8 assists, 4.5 rebounds, and 1.3 steals in 32.8 minutes, but shooting just 34.1% from the field with 17 turnovers. The Lakers remain invested in LeBron's oldest son. He is under contract through 2028, and the franchise keeps giving him chances to grow his game. It has been a rough start to his second NBA season. Bronny is shooting 32.3% in the NBA and struggling to get minutes. The Lakers hoped he would dominate the G League to get his confidence up, but it hasn't happened. It is fair to question his status after his struggles. Bronny won't be handling the ball for the Lakers with Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and LeBron James on the roster. He needs to fit into a role, but has shown no signs of growing into it. Lakers' Bronny James situation is looking problematic. The Lakers have played Nick Smith Jr. over Bronny several times this season, which is a head-scratching decision. Smith Jr. was signed to a 2-way contract after being released by the Hornets. He is more of a bucket getter than James, but Los Angeles should be trying to develop their 21-year-old draft pick. To make matters worse, Bronny can't shoot. He has made 4 of his 14 three-point attempts in NBA games this season, which increased his career percentage from long range to 28.3. Things are even worse in the G League games, where LeBron's son has made just 4 of 22 triples. It is difficult to be an off-ball player who does not shoot in the modern NBA. The Lakers need floor spacers around their best players, and Bronny can't consistently knock them down. The 6 feet 2 inches guard is a bit undersized and turning the ball over way too much. He has produced a negative value over replacement player, VORP, and a negative win shares per 48 minutes so far this season. It is a limited sample, but the G League numbers are even more disturbing. NBA players dominate at that level, and Bronny is struggling. The South Bay Lakers have lost his 131 minutes by 14 points to further show just how bad things have been. The Lakers want to contend for championships. They need role players who can give them different looks in the playoffs to make that a reality. Right now, Bronny is buried at the end of the bench and not trusted to make an impact. Los Angeles must see improvement to keep him on the roster. So far this season, it has been difficult to find. The Los Angeles Lakers' situation with Bronny James is worse than fans expected. They thought he'd dominate the G League and await his NBA opportunity. Instead, the 21-year-old is struggling with South Bay and watching Nick Smith Jr. play over him in Los Angeles. Not the ideal spot for a highly touted prospect. Fans hope Bronny James turns it around quickly. He is a fan favorite and clearly has talent. The Lakers and their fans want him to become a rotation player. It is on Bronny to earn it. That has been a struggle so far, but there is still time for him to improve. LeBron James and Luka Doncic return and lead victory over 76ers. After splitting the first 2 games of their road trip, the Los Angeles Lakers looked to end it on a high note on Sunday night against the Philadelphia 76ers. The Lakers hadn't won in Philadelphia since December of 2017, but they welcomed both LeBron James and Luka Doncic back to the lineup, and they led the way to help end that streak with a 112-108 victory. The win moved the Lakers to 17-6 as they continue their impressive start to the season. The team has one of the best road records in the league at 10-3. James hasn't looked like his usual self since returning from sciatica, but that could be expected after having no training camp or preseason to ramp up as he got set to enter his unprecedented 23rd season. This was the best James had looked as he was making plays for his team on both ends of the court. With the game close late, he hit a number of shots down the stretch to seal the victory for his team. Overall, in 34 minutes, James had 29 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal and 1 block on 13 of 17 shooting and 4 of 6 from three-point range. The 29 points were a season high for the soon-to-be 41-year-old. James' co-star, Doncic, missed the last 2 games to return to Slovenia for the birth of his second child. He met the team in Philadelphia and looked like he didn't skip a beat, recording his second triple-double of the season with a game-high 31 points, 15 rebounds, and 11 assists on 9 of 24 shooting. Both Doncic and Austin Reeves, 11 points on 3 of 16 shooting, didn't shoot well, but they found other ways to impact the game. DeAndre Ayton also had a strong night for LA with another double-double, finishing with 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists on a perfect 7 of 7 shooting in the win. What's next for the Lakers? The Lakers will now return home and host the San Antonio Spurs on Wednesday night in the quarterfinals of the Emirates NBA Cup. When you need a big brother, James Worthy explains why LeBron James' historic season is special after Lakers win. It is turning out to be a rather special season for the Los Angeles Lakers. For the biggest legend on their roster, LeBron James, it is also a historic one. It is year 23 for the 4-time MVP, and although his role promises to be completely different from what we have seen in the past, it remains an important one. The Lakers defeated the Philadelphia 76ers on the road earlier today, improving their record to 17-6. James Worthy, a legend of the purple and gold franchise, was all smiles while analyzing the win and highlighted its long-term importance on the post-game show. Worthy was particularly impressed with James. The soon-to-be 41-year-old, who is coming off a sciatica issue that plagued the start of the season, is now settling into a role that fits perfectly with what the Lakers want from him, being a leader. That's the beauty of LeBron's season this year, Worthy stated. He'll do what he wants to do. He's gonna start. He sees all that young talent out there, he'll let it flourish. But when you need a big brother to step in and take care of business? That's what he did, Worthy added, talking about the game against the 76ers. James truly looked like his old self today, putting up 29 points just days after his incredible 18-year streak of scoring in double figures in every regular season game came to an end. It was a close encounter, but he took the game by the scruff of the neck. When you need a big brother, James Worthy explains why LeBron James' historic season is special after Lakers win. It is turning out to be a rather special season for the Los Angeles Lakers. For the biggest legend on their roster, LeBron James, it is also a historic one. It is year 23 for the 4-time MVP, and although his role promises to be completely different from what we have seen in the past, it remains an important one. The Lakers defeated the Philadelphia 76ers on the road earlier today, improving their record to 17-6. James Worthy, a legend of the purple and gold franchise, was all smiles while analyzing the win and highlighted its long-term importance on the post-game show. Packers outlast the Bears in coming-of-age win. Worthy was particularly impressed with James. The soon-to-be 41-year-old, who is coming off a sciatica issue that plagued the start of the season, is now settling into a role that fits perfectly with what the Lakers want from him, being a leader. That's the beauty of LeBron's season this year, Worthy stated. He'll do what he wants to do. He's gonna start. He sees all that young talent out there, he'll let it flourish. But when you need a big brother to step in and take care of business? That's what he did, Worthy added, talking about the game against the 76ers. James truly looked like his old self today, putting up 29 points just days after his incredible 18-year streak of scoring in double figures in every regular season game came to an end. It was a close encounter, but he took the game by the scruff of the neck. It was a clear signal that he may allow Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves to have the spotlight, but when the Lakers are in trouble, he will show up. He can do it with scoring, he can do it with assists, as he did with the big game to Rui Hachimura. I think he's just observing things, Worthy continued. He hasn't had a season like this where he's had to chill and sit back. But, when you need him to come up big, he's gonna be there and do it. 2025 LeBron isn't an MVP contender. He may not even be an all-star starter-worthy player. But he's still King James, the same man who terrified opponents for over 2 decades. And against the Sixers, he showed that there's still gas left in the tank. Luka Doncic finally admits he wants the MVP, as if we didn't know. Thinking about which NBA star is going to snag the MVP trophy is practically a full-time hobby for basketball fans. And while most players try to play it cool, acting like they're just here for the team, Luka Doncic is finally dropping the act. The Slovenian superstar recently got real about his ambitions for the 2025-26 season, and honestly, it's about time. Let's be real for a second, anybody who plays basketball at this level wants the hardware. But hearing Doncic actually say, "I want it," feels like a breath of fresh air in a league full of practiced PR responses. Doncic gets honest about his MVP hunger. In a recent chat that felt less like a press conference and more like a moment of clarity, Doncic didn't shy away from the topic. When asked about the possibility of taking home the league's top individual honor, he gave the standard "I just play my game" line initially, but quickly pivoted to the truth. Obviously, I want it. Anybody in the world that plays basketball wants it, so we'll see what happens, he admitted. Thank you, Luka. Finally, someone said it. It's not just talk, though. Doncic is currently tearing through the league like a man possessed. He is averaging a league-high 35.0 points per game across 17 contests. Throw in 9.2 rebounds and 9.1 assists, and you're looking at numbers that look like they were generated in a video game on rookie difficulty. He's doing this while dragging the Los Angeles Lakers, yes, you read that right, he's in LA now according to the stats provided, to a 17-6 record, good enough for the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. Competition is stiff, even for Luka. Of course, the NBA isn't just going to hand the trophy to Doncic because he asked nicely. The competition is absolutely brutal this year. You've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over in OKC putting up a casual 32.8 points and 6.4 assists. Then there's the perennial headache for MVP voters, Nikola Jokic, who is essentially averaging a triple-double with 29.2 points, 12.3 rebounds, and 11.0 assists. Comparing the stats, Doncic is leading the scoring race, but Jokic has the edge in rebounding and passing efficiency. It's the classic battle of volume scoring versus overall efficiency, and the narrative is going to swing back and forth all season. But if the Lakers keep winning and Doncic keeps dropping 40-point bombs, it's going to be hard to deny him. A look at the Monster 2025-26 campaign. If you need proof that Doncic isn't just stat padding on a bad team, look at his game log. It's actually ridiculous. In late November, he decimated the Clippers with 43 points, 9 rebounds, and 13 assists. A few days later against the Bucks? 41 points. Even in the season opener against the Warriors, a loss, he still managed to drop 43 points with 12 boards. The man is a walking highlight reel. What's most impressive is the consistency. He's playing nearly 37 minutes a night and carrying the entire offensive load. The usage rate must be through the roof, but he rarely looks tired. He's shooting nearly 59% from the field, which, for a guard taking the difficulty of shots he takes, is borderline illegal. Can the Lakers support a Doncic MVP run? Here is the kicker: MVP awards are rarely won in a vacuum. You need team success. Currently, sitting at 17-6 is a great start. But the Western Conference is a bloodbath. If the Lakers slide down to the 4th or 5th seed, those empty stats might not look as shiny to the voters. However, if they maintain a top 3 seed, and Doncic continues to flirt with a 35-point triple-double average, the narrative writes itself. He's got the stats, he's got the big market attention in Los Angeles, and now, he's got the declared motivation. The "I want it" quote might seem small, but in sports psychology, admitting your goal is the first step to destroying everyone in your path to get it. Luka isn't hiding behind false modesty anymore. He's coming for the trophy, and frankly, the rest of the league should be terrified. Luka Doncic has a bold trade target for Lakers. Luka Doncic has quickly become the new face of the Los Angeles Lakers, and his influence across the franchise may now extend well beyond the court. After orchestrating summer additions such as DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart, Doncic is reportedly eyeing a far bigger prize, two-time NBA MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. According to Fox 32 Chicago's Lou Canellis, Doncic has been pushing behind the scenes for the Lakers to explore a trade for Antetokounmpo, whose future in Milwaukee has again become a subject of league-wide intrigue as the Bucks stumble out of the Eastern Conference play-in picture. "I can tell you this for a fact," Canellis said this week on 670 The Score. A few months ago, Giannis wanted to be traded. His first choice was the Knicks. The Lakers inquired and Luka Doncic himself inquired. Canellis suggested the Bucks rejected the Knicks' refusal to include more than Karl-Anthony Towns in negotiations and confirmed the Lakers, at Doncic's urging, attempted to engage Milwaukee on a deal. "Giannis wants to leave because he wants to win," Canellis said. Giannis Antetokounmpo trade rumors reignite as Milwaukee engages in future talks. On Wednesday, ESPN's Shams Charania reported that Antetokounmpo and his agent, Alex Saratzis, have formally opened discussions with the Bucks regarding his future, a development that arrives as Milwaukee sits at 9-13, far below expectations. "Conversations have started," Charania wrote on X, "a resolution is expected in the coming weeks." Hours after the report, Antetokounmpo suffered a calf strain expected to sideline him 2 to 4 weeks, adding yet another layer of uncertainty to a team struggling for direction. Bucks head coach Doc Rivers attempted to curb the narrative. "Giannis has never asked to be traded. Ever," Rivers said. "This is out because we're not playing well." However, the speculation has not cooled. Multiple contenders are positioned to monitor the situation closely, while the Bucks have lost 2 straight without Antetokounmpo and fallen to 11th in the East. Could the Lakers realistically trade for Giannis? NBA analysts skeptical. While Doncic's interest is notable, the Lakers face significant roadblocks should Antetokounmpo formally request a trade. Lakers reporter Jovan Buha said LA would be obligated to explore the possibility but noted they would enter negotiations at a clear disadvantage compared to other suitors. "You have to explore it," Buha said on Lakers Lounge. But the ideal construction is Austin Reaves on a max contract plus the 3 picks. Reaves' contract, just $13.9 million, falls far short of Antetokounmpo's $54.1 million salary, creating complicated salary matching math. Under current league rules, the Lakers can trade only 1 first-round pick in season and a maximum of 3 in the offseason. Buha added that Milwaukee's return would likely require a blue-chip young star, not Reaves, who is positioned to contribute on a championship-caliber team. "If you're Milwaukee, Reaves is a win-now piece. I'd want a 22-year-old blue-chip prospect plus multiple picks, and the Lakers can't currently offer that." Found money scenario: what would have to happen for LA to land Giannis? Dan Woik of The Athletic described a potential Lakers acquisition of Antetokounmpo as found money, similar to how Doncic's arrival came together unexpectedly. "I don't think the Lakers are particularly close," Woik said on Lakers Lounge. Giannis would have to really firebomb his reputation. It would have to get very ugly for Milwaukee to take pennies on the dollar. Woik projected the Lakers' most realistic package next summer would be 3 future picks and cap space, which he bluntly assessed. That's the offer. And that's not good enough. Luka Doncic wants Giannis, but much has to break the Lakers' way. As Doncic and LeBron James return to the lineup Sunday versus Philadelphia, the Lakers sit tied for second in the West and are positioned as contenders, but not as favorites in a potential Antetokounmpo sweepstakes. The interest is real. The fit is clear. But the path remains unclear. If the Lakers are to land Giannis Antetokounmpo, it would likely require, as Wojk put it, found money. Until then, Doncic's push speaks volumes about the Lakers' new identity, one shaped by a superstar already looking beyond what they've built to what might still be possible.